Hey y'all, it's Mary and this is Mary Catherine Loves Cats, and I'm going to show you my skincare routine, my evening skincare routine. And I have a lot of products in front of me, but I don't use everything at once. But I've been asked a few times about it, so I thought I have shown it in the past, but it's been a long time. So let me show you what I do. When I get home from work, my face is already clean. But when I get home from work, depending on what I do, before I go to bed, I wash my face and I clean my face. I clean the makeup off my face. So what I do is I usually start off with a balm of some sort. So this is the Elemis Pro Collagen, and this one just happens to be rose because that's what I have right now. So this is, oops. It smells good because it smells like rose. I know a lot of y'all don't like that, but it is a creamy sort of texture, this one is. And I use it to take off my eye makeup. And if my lipstick is strong, you know, whatever, and I use it around that. Or I'll use, depending on what mood I'm in, it's really the same type thing, just a different brand. This is the Tri Balm. We got this in Allure. And I forget it's not a company that I'm used to. I forgot the name of it. It's like, it's not really on here, FP, but it has a name. It has a name to it. I just don't know what it is. Looking for it on this container, and it's not on here. Natural Multitasking Skincare Tri Balm. Cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize. This is geranium and mandarin 3-in-1. Now, I don't get all of that from it personally. Now, you could probably use it that way, but I don't use it that way. I use it as a makeup remover. And it's made in Ireland. A Fran line? I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, I should know that. F Prescott. Okay, F Prescott, so FP. So if you remember, we got this in Allure. And it is a balm, this twist. And it's very similar to this type of thing, the Elemis, but this is hard, and it's a stick that you turn up. So you're supposed to just put it right on your face. So what I do is I put it on my eyes, and then keep my eyes closed, and then rub my eyes, and then clean it off with a towel or something. Or, you know, like one of those makeup removers, those kinds of things, those nice towels, because they wash well. So that is what I do to get my makeup off. And then I wash my face. And right now, what I have to wash my face are my favorite products, Kate Somerville Goat Milk. This is my favorite all-time favorite. I always want this. If it's somewhere, I want it. This is my favorite. It's very gentle. Everybody's skin is different, so you may not like it yourself, but it's super gentle, and you only need just a touch. You just need just a little bit, and it's creamy. And you know, I put it all over after I do the other. I put it all over my face to wash my face and rinse really well. And this is my favorite thing ever. It is the Moisturizing Cleanser by Kate Somerville. And we got recently, I don't remember if it was Boxycharm or Allure, that I don't remember. I got a Kate Somerville, but it's the Gentle Daily Wash. And this one I had never tried before. I've had several different ones, exfoliate, things like that. But this one, the Gentle Daily Wash, it smells like essential oils. It's clear to look at. You don't need much, where this one's creamy. So I use one or the other depending on how my skin is feeling or what mood I'm in. But this I do ration because it's my favorite and I want to have it forever. I do have more of this. I have another tube, so I'm very blessed to have that. And if I get it, I covet it. I should say, a lot of these items like Kate Somerville, I don't know what these are, 40 bucks or something. The Elemis is expensive. This Prescott, I'm not very familiar with them, but most of these products I'm going to show you are expensive products. But that's the beauty of the subscription box. Whether it's Ipsy, Boxycharm. Now they have new names. We'll talk about that soon. Or Allure. Allure shares a lot of these things. Or other boxes. Sometimes you can get skincare in FABFITFUN. You can get it in other lifestyle boxes. There's other skincare boxes out there. And I really love skincare. So like, this is just how I am. I always have a couple of things going, at least 2 things going. So next up, after my face is washed and everything, as I'm doing these things, I want you to know, I usually have a little bit of time in between, okay? So I use a toner, maybe. It depends, because it depends on what my skin is doing. Because this LMS Rehydrating Ginseng Toner is a wonderful toner. It is not drying. I cannot use a drying toner. But the last time I used this, I had a little bit of a reaction, but I don't know if it was from this. It's hard sometimes when you use a lot of products to pinpoint things. So I'm not so sure about this. It's really lovely. Anything LMS. I've never had trouble with LMS ever, so I don't want to blame this. So I will, be trying it again soon to see. Here comes the train. And sometimes I use the I use the toner after I wash my face, usually. And also I have these. These I got recently as a PR item, and I did show them to y'all. This is Needly Mild Cleansing Pad. These are very nice. We're on Amazon. I think they have their own company, their own website too. This is really cool. It opens this way. It snaps open, and then it has a little tweezer in there, and then these are pads. So sometimes I'll use this instead of toner. It's the same thing. It's just using a pad, and then it gets if there's anything left over, toners will get the rest of that dirt out if there's anything left over. So these are nice, and I have not had any reaction to that. So then my skin rests a little bit. I usually do this next step while I'm in the bathroom. I will, not every day, it depends on how my lips are. But if my lips are, it's fall and winter, my lips can chap. So I do like to take extra care of them. And I love the Seraphine Botanicals Sugar and Lemon Scrub. This is a lip scrub. This is how it comes. It's very beautifully packaged. This is what she looks like. And it's a sugar scrub. So a lot of people make their own, y'all, these things are expensive. I would not pay for these. You can make your own sugar scrub. But this is moisturizing lip scrub. So it's a sugar scrub, but it also moisturizes. So there's emollients in there. And what I love about Seraphine Botanicals is that they are, they have the bunny. They're cruelty-free and vegan. So really great company. They do have some makeup, and then they have some skincare as well. And I don't have it right now. I can't find it. I know I have a little, their lip balm that I got originally in Boxy when Boxy was Boxy. It's one of my favorite things. You can get it in FABFITFUN as a refill. And if I can't find my current one, I thought I had a spare, but sometimes when I really love something and I'm sending out friend mail or I'm sending out a giveaway, I think, oh, that person will love this too, and I give it away, and then I don't have any left. That's what I do. So I may get it in a refill on FABFITFUN if they have it. It is a little tube. It's probably maybe about this tall, maybe, and it is just a cap like this. It doesn't have any special applicator, so you can take that off and put it on your lips, or what I do, since it's just me using it, I'll go like this with it, and then I'll fix it with my lips. But that gets me through Chicago, because when I get off the plane in Chicago, immediately my lips chap. I'm not kidding you. Here in the South, they don't chap as much. In winter, a little bit maybe, but in Chicago, it's so dry there compared to Alabama that they chap, and I have to carry something with me. And I don't like lip balms that are waxy, because that keeps moisture from your lips. It's an anomaly. Is that the right word? It doesn't work the way they say it works. So another lip scrub that I like, well, I like it only because I get it in a box, because I could never buy it, because I think it's like $101, y'all. Avant. this is really nice. Again, it's a sugar scrub with some nice emollients in it. So it says Velvet Perfecting Rose Sugar Lip Scrub. Now that's the other thing, is this one does have the scent of rose. So if you don't like that, you might taste it a little bit. But this one does have an applicator. So you put it on, you know, mix it around, whatever, and then wash your lips off. So that is my cleansing, which I've already done. Now going forward, I'm going to do, we'll see how far we get. We'll see what I do. So usually when I'm done with my cleansing, I let my skin breathe a little bit. I let the, you know, your skin that is moist, I let it sort of dry naturally. I mean, I do wipe it off, but then I let it dry naturally. Now at this point, I may do a sheet mask. I may do some under eye masks. It depends on what mood I'm in and how much time I have. So when that's done and that has dried and my skin is back to dry, then I will start with my eye cream. Cats aplenty over here. So y'all, I just got this recently and I don't remember where I got it. I mean, you guys might remember. I'm thinking Allure. This is called My Shell, so M-Y, and then Shell Dermaceuticals. It says Hydrate Ultra Hyaluronic Eye Gel. So an eye gel is very nice to cool off. So I think we got this back in the spring, and it's been very nice in the summertime. So it is a nice cool gel, and I put that under my eyes. And I've been having a reaction lately to eye creams. When I say lately, in the last year. So I've been careful, but this doesn't bother me. And that gel is very nice in the summertime, especially when it's hot. You can use it all year. And especially if you have oily skin, gel is really good for it. So what I do is I just gently, don't pull, don't tug on your skin. So you're supposed to use this finger, actually. You're supposed to put stuff out of a tube and to do this and be gentle and all that. But, you know, I just try to be very gentle, but go inward when you're, you know, tapping on, and then go inward so that you're not pulling away. You don't want to pull on your skin. And then I always, even though you saw how little I took, I always get too much. It's just what happens with eye cream. I put it on my eyelids, and a lot of people don't or won't, but I always do. I've always done that. So if I need a little more, take a little more. And then if there's still a little more, just gentle, 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 I will put it here and I rub it in my eyebrows. Just to get it off my hands, you know what I mean? So that is very nice, and it's cooling and refreshing. So with the light from the ring light here, it gets a little warmer, so that's very nice. But the other two that I'm using right now that I am not having any trouble with is Elemis. This is the Peptide 4 Eye Recovery Cream. This is really nice. This comes in a big box, but this is what she looks like. And I don't know, maybe it's $50 or $60 for this one. Elemis has several different eye creams, and I've never had any trouble with any of them. This one that says Reviving Eye Cream, Peptide 4 Eye Recovery Cream. And then when you open it up, it's like this. So what I do, oops, all right, hang on. Y'all, that is something I do. I drop things all the time. What I do is I put a little bit on the back of my hand. You don't need, this is really, maybe it might not be enough. I put stuff on already, so I won't worry about it, but you just need very little bits. So I put it on the back of my hand is what I do. And then I close it back up. And then I'll take my finger and do this and then put it on. So, and I just do the same way. I don't usually put on two different ones, but just to show you. So, and then I do the same thing. Put it on my eyelids, put it up here, and then whatever's left on my hand, I usually do this and rub it into the back of my hands. That's what I do with everything. So another one that I'm really liking, and this I know we got in Allure. We got it recently, sometime over the summer. This is by the company Fresh, and it's a really nice skincare company. This is the Black Tea Advanced Age Renewal Eye Cream. This is very nice. It's a beautiful packaging. See, that's another thing, is all these things are so pretty. And it has a very, very light scent. Elemis has a light scent, but it doesn't bother me. This is a very light scent that doesn't bother me, but you see it's very rich and creamy. And what I do because of my nails, if I put my finger in there, I get it all under my nail and that aggravates me. I use a little something from another package, from another item. You know, we get these every now and again, so I'll save them and then use that. So that's what I will use, you know, for that. So after I do my eye cream again, I set back. Usually when I'm doing this, I'm watching TV or something. So then next up, you're supposed to go from thin to thick. So next up, if you do an essence, you would do it after a toner, I think. I never use an essence. There is essence in sheet masks, so that would be when I use an essence. And then serum, and then moisturizer. And then if you have like an overnight cream or something. So right now the serum that I'm using, that I have used, but I haven't used it in a little while because my skin, I did have a bit of a allergic reaction to some things, so I've been very careful. I love Kate Somerville. She's my favorite. I shouldn't say that because I like so many. There's a good 10 bougie product lines that I love. Okay, so Kate Somerville is one of them. This, I don't remember where I got this. I think, did I get this maybe as a beauty boost with Boxycharm? It's possible. I don't get the beauty boost all the time, but when I hear about it and it's something I want, then I sign up for it. So it might have been something like that. I really can't remember. But this is the Hydracate. This is a recharging serum. So that's what she looks like. And I haven't used it in a little while because I've just been more careful. And I'll show you something else that I use too. But what I do, again, I pump it. And that's one pump. That's a lot. So I put it on my hand. And then I just do that. And then I just tap it. And that's how I do it. Tap it, and then I go inward. And I'll put this, now I know my face looks red right now, but it's not from this stuff, it's from the lights and stuff. And tap it. And I stay away from the under eyes because I've already put stuff on there. And depending on how I feel, if my nose is a little oily, because sometimes even at my age, my nose can be a little oily at times, I may or may not put stuff on my nose. But I just tap it around and move inward as best I can. You know, some things it's hard to, you know. And then up here, I will go outward on my forehead. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. And this is sinking in very quickly. And then there's a little bit left. I do this, and then what I do is I do this, y'all. And if there's even more, sometimes there is, depending on what I'm using, I usually don't have, you know, I have on a pajama thing. So I'll do it here and then rub it in real good, depending on what it is, okay? So that is a serum. I also am using, that I've used this a lot over the summer, and it's been wonderful. I got this in my in my advent calendar. What did I have last time? I forget which advent calendar, but I got it in my last advent calendar. My bougie one that we can't get this year. This is by the company Medic, M-E-D-I-K with the number 8, so Medicate. And this is a combination. It came together in a box. Step 1, step 2. So step 1 is optimal ratio moisturizing 2-step overnight mask. So an overnight mask just means that you wash your face in the morning. Well, don't you wash your face every morning? So, you know, this is a gel. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very easy to squeeze out too much. But see, it's a gel. So to me, I use this as my serum since it's a 2-part. And I've already put stuff on, so I'm not going to put this on. So I'll just rub it in. And then again, you know, I'll just put it elsewhere. Maybe depending on how much is there, I'll put it on my arms as well. So, and then this 2-step, this has the optimal ratio moisturization 2-step overnight. Well, it says the same thing, but this is step 2, HEO mask. And this is a moisturizing cream, but I'm not going to use that one right now. But I use these together, or I use this with something else like this. But I'll show you this one in a second. When I'm having trouble, I've used like CeraVe. I've used, a couple other different brands like that you can get at the drugstore. This was sent to me by Betty Vick, a wonderful subscriber. And this is wonderful. It's Vanacream. And you can get this at some pharmacies, and like CVS and Walgreens and whatever. This is Daily Facial Moisturizer, Hyaluronic Acid and Ceramides for sensitive skin. So it's free of dyes, fragrance, masking fragrance, lanolin, parabens, and formaldehyde releasers. So it's got a lot of good stuff. It's got a lot of bad stuff out, so it's good for you. And I've been using it when I have trouble with my skin, and that's what it looks like. It is thick, but it's a slightly runny. So I don't really need it right now, so I'm just going to put it on my arms. Just want to show you what it looked like. What I've been using in the last few months since I've received them is I got this Allure Beauty, and this one I'll use a lot in the morning because it has the SPF in it. But it's really nice. It's a nice bougie cream. Would I pay for it? No, personally, I get too much stuff. So, but I had heard it was wonderful, and it's nice, but it's not like my favorite or anything. Very hard to see because it's lucite, and then it's gold. It's a gold, let me wipe my hands real quick. Very, very pretty packaging. It says Allure Beauty, That Big Screen is the name of it. And it is nice and creamy. You see, I've used a lot of it. It's a nice creamy. Again, to get that out of there, I use a scoop or something to help me, okay? But it's nice and thick cream. It's very nice. If I get it again, I'll use it, but it's not something that I would buy. Most of these things I can't afford to buy. So, we also got this. I got this recently in Goldie box. I think this was in the summer box. This is the brand Snow Fox. I love Snow Fox. It's a Japanese brand. I was introduced to it years ago, I think in Boxy, y'all. And it's a great brand. So anytime I see it, it's rare. I like to get it. This is the anti-pollution biopolymer serum with Japanese beauty, berry, and acai. So this is what she looks like. And I'm thinking this came with a scoopy thing, but I don't have it right here. But look at how beautiful that is. It smells like essential oils. It's not very strong, but it's beautiful gel cream going on. So it been very nice the last month or two. Nice summer kind of a thing. I do try to use things until they're used up, but if it gets to be where it's not working well, because I may hold it till spring. Some of these things do say on them that once you open them, it's good for 12 months. This one says 6 months. So I either have to use it or get rid of it because I've had it open for a couple of months, 2 months maybe a month. And then also, see, I open too many things. It's my own fault. I got the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. Almost positive I got this as a beauty boost with Boxy because I love it. I had to have it because this is like $60, $70, $80. So this is a gorgeous cream that is lovely. You can see I've used a bit of it. It's really lovely. This little spatula came with this. So I keep that on my little side table with all these things. Well, not with my cleansers, you know what I mean. But what I've been using more so lately, I do use those, but more often than not, I'm using these or this. This has been a lifesaver for me just as much as the Vanacream has. It is vegan and cruelty-free. It is Gold Fatten MD. This is the problem, dry and aging skin, the solution wake-up call, overnight regenerative facial treatment. This doesn't cause me any trouble, and it's beautiful, creamy, it's rich cream, and it's really nice, and I love it, and anything I've tried from this company has been great, and I haven't had any trouble. Look at how nice and thick that is. See how that's standing up there? So it's really lovely. So it has a nice little scent, and it just, oh, it feels so good. It feels so good, and that's what I've been using mostly on my face lately. I'll do this for like 2 or 3 nights, and then this for 2 or 3 nights. So when I do this, I use Kate also, okay? So then that's about it now. That's about it for my nighttime treatment until I go to bed. Then when I go to bed, I have some other things. Let me see what I have here so I can show you. I have under eye stuff. Usually, you know, it's a couple hours later after I do this, time to go to bed. And depending on my mood, again, Tula, this is the Tula eye stick. Let's see what it's, of course it's white on pink. This says Rose Glow and Get It, Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. So this comes in gold and blue, and they're each a different name to the formula. And I've had the blue and I've had the gold, and now right now I have pink. And they're all, to me, they're all, I think they're all basically the same thing. But this one is pink. The blue, I think, has a blue cast, maybe. Maybe it was white, I can't remember. The gold, can't remember if it was gold or if it was white. But this is you know, you turn it up, and this, you just put this under your eyes. Gently, again, gently. You can see I have bags, so it's sort of waxy feeling. It's like a balm. It is a balm. So I put that on. It does feel good. It's cooling, and it helps me when I close my eyes. It just feels good. I do tap it in usually, and I really like that. Also, I have, depending, again, on the mood, like I said, I have from Tony Moly, love this. This is the Moisture Boost Cooling Algae Eye Serum. So it's like that other eye serum is cooling. So it's, you can see it's almost gone. I've kept this container, and sometimes in Boxy, I mean in the Glam bag, which I don't get anymore, but sometimes when we get samples in different products, I mean in different packages, there might be a little tube of this. It's just a little plain old tube. I squeeze it in here because I love my little whale, love him. So, but this is, if you can see, it's just a clear gel. This feels wonderful on a hot night. You know, if you're sitting outside chatting with your neighbors or something, take this out and put it on. It's like you put ice cubes on your eyelid, on your under eyes. Wonderful stuff. Love it. And then also I have from Tony Moly the Cat Perfect Eye Contour Stick. So this is just like the Tula. Okay, so it rolls up, and then it's very much like the Tula. So you know, it's a balm. So you can't see it. But it's there, and it's just nice and soothing, cool and soothing. It has, I'm not sure if I'm smelling that or if I'm smelling something else that's on my hands, but it doesn't have much of a scent. And then the very, very, very last thing I do is I take care of my lips. At this point is when I would use my Seraphine Botanical ointment, I guess is a good way to call it. Or I might use this. This I think I got in the blend box, I think. This is just an off-brand. It's just, you know, maybe Korean Beauty or something. It doesn't even have a name on it. I don't see one. Oh, here it is. Kelasi, Kelasi. The name is right here. And this is just a you know, for your lips. It's just clear. And it will moisturize your lips while you sleep. Or you could carry this with you, throw it in your purse, and use it. I just like it by my bedside because it's so cute. It's a kitty cat. So hopefully you can see that. Feels really good. And then I also have this lovely little pot. I love this. I got this from Carol Gardner. She's my bestie, y'all. And she sent this to me a while ago. I keep this with my moisturizing products when I'm watching TV. This is the Bee Balm Propolis Lip Balm. And I think this is from Wish, I think. So isn't this adorable? It looks like a little honey pot. And then it opens like that. And look what's inside. Inside is this little honey dipper. Can you see that? Little honey dipper. It had, you know, there's a little round end to hold. And then you open it up this way. And there's your little lip balmy stuff. So you put it in there and then put it on. And it smells like honey. and it's lovely. It tastes a little like honey too. It smells good. So that is my skincare, my nighttime skincare routine. In the morning, you may freak out by this, y'all. In the morning, I don't wash my face. I know I said it, if you put on a night mask, you should wash your face, and that is what they suggest. But I don't wash my face in the morning. I don't. My face is in the morning is usually in pretty good shape as far as, you know, you can tell I've cleaned up really well and everything. It just feels normal. My skin feels normal, so I don't mess with it. I will sometimes, if I need it, put on something like J-Lo, like SPF. Depends what I'm doing. If I'm going to work, I really don't. But if my skin feels dry, I do. What I put on in the morning would be an SPF moisturizer. If I'm going to be outside shopping with friends or anything like that, I put something on before I put on my makeup. So that's what I do. This video is long, but I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you do. Let me know if this sounds like your routine or what. And this is based on me, what I like, what I've learned over the years. And everybody has their own way of doing things. But, you know, this is just what I've learned over the years and what works for me. Like I said, it may not work for you. And if you have, I have normal skin. I really just think it's normal. It can get a little dry on my cheeks. And it can be a little oily on my nose still, like I said, at my age. So I used to always have the T-zone oil, you know, until I was in my 30s. So I don't have that anymore. But that's the kind of skin I have, if that would help you out with this. So y'all take care and count your blessings. I'm so glad you stopped by to say hey, and I hope that you will, if you're new, I hope you'll, I always forget to say these things, y'all. Give me thumbs up, if you will. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Trying so hard to get to that 5K. Really, I've got like 30 to go. Now that was a little bit ago. Then, you know, you never know. You never know. I go in, you know, I'll go up 5 or 10 and then I'll sit for a few days or a week without anything happening. So anyway, y'all. Oh, I forgot to turn that on. I'm sorry. Y'all take care. Count your blessings. So good to see you. Bye-bye.